Welcome everyone to today's video. I'm going to be talking about Metal Eden, a new sci-fi shooter. Now this isn't a review or anything, more so a first impressions from my first 2 hours of the game. Metal Eden follows the story of a hyper unit Asker who has been sent on a mission to rescue the citizens' cause from a city called Mobius. The city was once a home for humanity but has since been turned into a danger zone. You'll go through various missions taking out countless enemies. The story itself I find is done in a decent way as they kind of pepper in voiceover every so often between battles. You also have cutscenes at the start and the end of a chapter which makes them quite digestible. Before I talk about what gripped my attention to this game, I'd like to remind you all to hit that subscribe button. It supports the channel a lot, and as seeing as you're already here, why not watch the video to the end, as again that really helps. Lastly, drop a comment and a like. Now for what caught my attention to this game, and surprisingly it wasn't the graphics or the story, it was the gameplay. It offers that Moorish boomer shooter style gameplay that has been such a huge part of my gaming experience over the years. From Doom back in the day to Painkiller and many more, I've always made it an effort to play boomer shooters, so before I talk about the gameplay, I'd kindly ask you to leave some of your favourite boomer shooters in the comments. Anyways, the gameplay is familiar in every way. You jump, dodge and rip cores from the enemies which can be used for an explosion or even a powerful punch, all while shooting the enemies with a good variety of weapons. Now what you can do in this game, which isn't necessarily unique in any way, is run across walls, and these are usually scattered throughout the battle area, as well as some grapple points. Majority of the gameplay gets you to make your way through a level and then you'll be hit with an area which is obviously a place for a battle. Enemies then come in waves before you can progress forward. And I enjoyed this style as it meant ignoring enemies was never an option. When you're not mindlessly slaying enemies, you'll find yourself parkouring your way through the environment. Now when you progress a little further, you get the opportunity to enable ball mode, and you can roll around the area shooting homing missiles and electric. When I originally spotted this, I didn't know what to think, but I can say these areas are incredibly fun, and being able to hot swap between ball and FPS mode really adds a new element to the game. Now sure, you can't always hop into ball mode, but when you can, I certainly found myself having a blast. In first-person shooter fashion, you also have a bunch of upgrades to your character, and these usually appear after a big fight, and there is quite a good selection, and it helps cater your character to your playstyle. As for the weapons, these can be accessed from a giant ball and require you to collect dust to upgrade. These are easily found around the maps and even easier to spot. Weapon upgrades offer more damage, alternative shots for your weapons, as well as some other cool bits. I'm really finding the gameplay fun and addictive and constantly wanting to jump back in. The graphics and voice acting is top notch in this one, which with a game made by such a small studio, it's incredibly impressive. I haven't run into any major issues with the game apart from my cursor showing on the screen even when I'm using a controller. I do usually use mouse and keyboard, but I'm currently on a temporary desk. The other issue I had is some small areas where you can fall through the platforms. These are usually found around corners and things like that, but nothing too serious. I'm sure a nice little patch can fix it. I recently streamed this game and I really wanted to do a video on it, as I rarely scream and shout about non-VR games, but this is one I think deserves some screaming and shouting as it's an absolute blast. I'll be honest, I'd be even happier if this was in VR, but it's not, and as always, I'm sure you can mod it into VR if you want, and I am considering doing so, but at the same time, I do enjoy playing some non-VR stuff every so often. Otherwise, 100% of my gaming would be VR. Either way, if you enjoy fast-paced shooters in a similar fashion to Doom, Celico, Shadow Warrior, or even Trepang 2, then I'm sure you'll feel right at home with this one. So, are you excited to play Metal Eden? Are you already playing it? If so, let me know in the comments, and let me know what you think of the game as well. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to stick around. I'd appreciate it a lot. Thanks for watching and have a great day.